Hey folks, Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids. Well, I'm back up here on this little mountain lake in Maryland that I love so much, and I am fishing for dinner, guys. Again, Maryland does not allow recreational fishing in general, so catch and release bass fishing is out. You can't keep them this time of year anyway. So I've got myself a little yellow rooster tail on. Guys, this is the very first bait I ever caught a bass on, a largemouth bass, a tiny one, when I was just a young little kid, man. I caught that largemouth on a little yellow rooster tail, and now I got it tied on with 2-pound tests on an ultralight, and there's trout still popping out here. There's so many trout in these little mountain lakes where they stock these hatchery deals, and I'm gonna see if I can catch my 5-fish limit of trout, maybe catch some crappie, any kind of panfish, anything that could go on a stringer. So we're gonna see if we can have some fun out here and enjoy the resources for what they are, even though we're just trying to fish for food. No catch release. All right, so I'm in the mouth of a little creek here with some falls running down them, and I already see trout popping around out here, and I know there's tons of panfish. So rooster tail is in the water, and if you didn't notice, it's a perfect spring day. 60 degrees going up to about the mid to high 60s. A nice breeze, a really good breeze out here, and water temps are up, guys. This radiating sun has got these water temperatures up to over, whoa, is it 56 degrees. I got 56 degree water temperature and change. So we're getting close to that 60 degree mark. So we are in good shape with the warming days. Oh, I got a follower. I got a trout. I got a trout right there. You probably couldn't see it, but I had one following the rooster tail, which is a good sign. This is the same ultralight setup I've been using in the past few videos of mine, or a lot of my videos, where I'm actually playing with that little Castmaster spoon. I may break that out today because that thing kills it, but I want to try something different and see if these trout will react to my favorite little yellow rooster tail. So this is an old school, if you guys, you younger guys won't remember this, but old school Galleons rod, man. This is a 5'6" ultralight, and back before Dick's took over Galleons, that's when I got this thing. It goes way back, and this is an old school little Spyrex 500, real old Shimano that I've got, and I've got 2-pound test fluorocarbon on here. This is just casting this little rooster tail like it's nothing right up in this creek mouth. So let's see what happens. I got turtles popping everywhere. The days are getting warmer and the days are getting longer. Oh, fish on, guys. Fish on. Not long after I got up into the mouth of this creek here. I don't know what it is. It's tiny, whatever it is. I don't think it's a trout. If it's a trout, it's itty bitty. Guys, I think I might have a bass. This is, oh my gosh. What did I just say, guys? I told you guys way back when I was a wee little boy, the very first largemouth bass that I ever caught in my life was on a yellow rooster tail, and I just relived my childhood. That is literally about the exact same size bass that I caught on this yellow rooster tail when I was a little kid. Isn't that funny? That just took me back a ways. I feel like I want to choke up and cry a little bit. Isn't that special? All right, let's put that back. See if we can catch something we can eat. Oh, geez, there's a big bass in here. That's a big old bass, guys. I'm looking right at him. I wish this was a polarized lens on this, but I'm looking at about a 3-pounder right here, way up in this, guys. So I'm going to remember that. So this tells me something. Me using these polarized glasses in this pretty dang clear lake gives me an idea of what's going on. When you get up to shallow and you're in 56 degree water and you can see the bass, just remember that when it's time to fish for bass, and if I can fish for bass when all of this horribleness is over, I'm gonna remember you, buddy. Oh my God, great big giant right here. Look at the size of this bass. I hope you guys can see it. The light is just right. Hopefully you can see that. That's a good 5-pounder right there, guys. I'm just pointing, it's right there. Follow my rod tip. If you can see it, he's right there, guys. Just an absolutely beautiful 5-pound bass right here, right in this little brush pile. It goes shallow to deep, and he's just cruising. He's right there. My God. All right, there's some entertainment for the day. If I can't catch him, I can see him, right? All right, folks. Drop shot strikes first blood. Not really first blood, but first decent blood, I guess. I got a bass. I got myself a bass, and it's a fun little fight. It's no crappie, but I'm gonna take them all day long, guys, because it's been a tough bite today. It's so bluebird skies and beautiful. Well, let's show off a nice little mountain bass. All right, come here. That's my first That's my first robo worm bass of the year. There it is, the famous 6-inch robo worm morning dawn. Little nose hook deal, perfect. All right, it's got to go back. All catch and release on bass this time of year. Oh baby. All right guys, wait till you see this sweet little rig I got right here. It's gonna catch me probably good numbers. I got a bass here, but I know I can catch some crappie on this little thing. This is the TRD, their little craw Z, I think is what it is. It's in a watermelon red flake, itty bitty little dink. So that's the third bass today, but look at that sweet little number. Tell me that's not gonna catch something out here. It's got the, he bent up my little shrooms head. This is the weedless shrooms head I got on right there. But then that's something, great little bait right there. So that's what caught me bass number 3 right in this fallen timber. I went to the headwaters of the lake. I just left the opposite side of the dam where I caught that nice little bass. And I figured this time of year with this warm in water, the shallower the better. I've seen fish up shallow, and now I just caught one way up shallow. So let's keep on at it. Oh, there's bass. There's bass number 2. Unbelievable, same tree, next cast. So yeah, I think I put on the dink catcher, the panfish catcher, the everything catcher, Ned rig, imitating these little crawfish that are creeping out of their wintering holes. If you notice, I got a little switch up on the shades. These are my prescription shades. I can actually see ultra clear right now. These things are crazy. Polarized, prescription. And boy, am I seeing everything. A little heavy. They hurt my nose and they hurt my eyes a little bit. So I tend to take them off when I'm really not needing them. But right now, since I'm up shallow and I'm basically looking at fish, looking at ditches, I'm looking at mini creek channels and all kinds of stuff. It's worth the wait. Oh baby, right in the ditch, guys, right in the ditch, really shallow, nicest fish of the day. Absolutely awesome. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it, and like I said, with these glasses, I basically saw everything that I needed to see to know there was probably going to be a fish sitting on the lip of this ditch right here. It's a nice bass. I was just wondering if there might be crappie in there, but what can you do but catch yourself some spring bass on a Ned rig. Here it is. These pretty fish. Look at the colors on those things. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely gorgeous fish. That Ned rig's a killer, and this finessey little craw imitation definitely gets it done. Let's see what this pelican can do. Let's go way up this little creek channel. If you look down right here, I'm going to kind of show you what I'm dealing with. This is literally the old creek channel right here. See the edges? See these little drops right there? That's where I caught that fish. So it's pretty deep, it's rocky, all kinds of debris and all kinds of, there's a couple bass right there. Now the big question, yep, I'm knocking bass out of it right now as it is. So let's back off a little bit. It actually gets pretty deep right up in here too. So let's, I spooked a couple out of there, but I know they're there. Let's throw way up in here. Some good looking water back here, that's for sure. Super clear, lots of rocks and a couple ditches. So caught a couple fish out of there. Let's keep on looking and see if we can find a little school of crappie somewhere next to some brush. Try not to bump bottom because this is looking pretty shallow here. I think I'm okay. It just looks a lot so clear. It's not as shallow as it looks. All right, guys, got myself another fish on the Ned rig, and it is another little mountain bass. Nice little fish. This is fun, isn't it? This is the way to go. Look how clear it is down in that water. Unbelievable. They like this little crawl Z deal, that's for sure. I'm seeing a lot of fish, a lot of schools of panfish, little bluegill, and I'm tossing to them. They're just not interested. I'm throwing everything to them. Tiny little grubs, all kinds of stuff. These bluegill probably want some live bait. That's probably what I need to bring out here, some night crawlers. There we go, guys. Drop shot bass, right in some brush, hoping for something, and I got something. It's a nice one too. I think this might be the biggest bass of the day. It definitely is a decent fish, pulling a little bit of drag too. I've been going back and forth between fishing with a drop shot, fishing with a Ned rig, throwing inline spinners for trout. It's been a great day. I've been catching some fish, but nothing I can bring home. There's another beautiful mountain bass, grabbing the robo worm. It's a little bit of everything today. That sun is blazing. It's beautiful. It's just about 6 o'clock. Sun's starting to dip. and the fish are biting. Those trout will get really active here in a minute. It's dead calm now, but if we get a little bit of a breeze, I might be able to pop a trout or two before we're done. It's getting to be that time of night, folks, where these trout are starting to really get active. They're popping around me everywhere. So I've got 2 trout baits on. I've got the little rooster tail again, the itty bitty little white one this time, because it's such clear water and such a bright, clear, sunny day. That little yellow one earlier was probably a little much. And then I have my Castmaster tied on, my little chrome colored 1/8 ounce Castmaster with me. So I got 2 ultralight setups to try and see if we can catch a few of these jumping trout that are all over the place. I mean, I've just had schools of them all around me pretty much all day. So let's see if we can pop a couple of those and get myself a limit of something to bring home to eat. If there's going to be something to go on the stringer, I think I might have to commit to casting a Castmaster. That's going to be my go-to. This thing does trout damage, so nice, fast, steady retrieve, a little twitch every now and then. We'll get you a trout like that. Oh, he gets off. Unbelievable. Incredible, guys. Let's see if I can get him the next time. So many of them right here, and they're really shallow. I find that casting for trout is always a good thing when they're shallow and they're feeding like this up on top. You seem more willing to come up and eat a artificial like this. This Castmaster casts a long way. Let's do a little faster retrieve. Don't give them very much of a chance to look at it. They're fast. They're fast. Like I said, you just speed it up and bang, first one of the night, guys. If this comes in, I got some food. I got some food to bring home with me. It's a nice little trout. So that's going to be the deal. As this sun dips, this is usually how it's going to happen. So there we go. First trout of the night, folks. We've been having a great day. Great numbers. I've never caught a lot of giant or really any giant fish out of here when it comes to bass, but numbers are great. And now I'm playing the trout game. So let's go ahead and get the pliers and get him on the stringer. Holy crap. Guys, I don't know if you saw that one. That was a good shot of a little hatchery trout doing some aerobatics right in front of me. That's just too much. They are busy. They're tough to get to bite these artificials. If I had a fly rod out here, I can't even imagine what I would have done, what I would be able to do, but I might get a couple more before the night's over. I was trying to make it happen with those trout, but man, my arms are getting worn out. Even that little ultralight rod and reel combination wore me out. I was casting so much. They're out there, but they're hard to get to bite. So I'm going to throw into this in this tree right here with this Ned rig and see what's going on. I hadn't fished this tree yet, and I know there's a bunch of limbs down there, and I know there's crappie that often live in it, and there's definitely a bass or two. So let's see if we can get something to bite here before the sun is really gone. There we go, guys. Oh, a little bass. Ned rig strikes again. Again, these little guys, it's all about some numbers on this lake. So I got myself one more bass. So here's the deal. A little bigger than the dinks, right? So here's the deal. I'm going to switch this boat around so you don't have all that glare in your eyes from that distant, shiny mountain. I'm going to call it. Guys, it's been a great day. Great numbers. I got one fish for the pan during this stay-at-home order. Getting out here and fishing for food can be fun, even if you have to catch and release some bass in the efforts to do it. So folks, as always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. Until we meet again, over and out.